Let me tell you something most men never realize. Being attractive isn't about your face, your abs, or your bank account. It's about how people feel when you walk into the room. Right now, you might think you're just an average guy. But the truth is, there are signs you're giving off a magnetic energy without even realizing it. Women notice. Men notice. People treat you differently, and you've probably brushed it off like it's nothing. But it's not nothing. It's the reason people glance at you when you walk past. It's why some women act nervous around you. It's why others assume you're already taken because you carry yourself like a man who doesn't need to chase. Here's the twist. You've been silently radiating something rare and powerful, and unless someone points it out, you'll never know how attractive you actually are. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 signs you're a highly attractive man, the kind of man women quietly desire and other men quietly admire. And if you recognize even 2 of these in yourself, you're already living in a different league. Sign 1. People assume you're already taken because of how you carry yourself. You don't walk into a room to get attention. You walk in fully present, not loud, not flashy, just grounded. And that quiet confidence, it speaks louder than words ever could. Most men chase attention, but the highly attractive man, he attracts without asking for it. And because of that, energy people assume something about you. They assume you're already taken. Emotionally unavailable. Committed. Why? Because you walk like a man who doesn't need to impress. Here's what you probably don't realize. That one assumption that you must be in a relationship is actually a massive compliment. It means your presence gives off completion. You don't look like you're looking. You look like you've already found something worth your time, even if you haven't. This isn't about arrogance. It's not about pretending. It's about living in alignment with who you are. Being at peace with yourself, knowing your worth without flashing it. And when you carry yourself like that, women feel something different. You're not chasing. You're not performing. You're just there fully rooted in your own energy. And that's rare. Most guys walk around with hunger in their eyes. They're looking for validation, for attention, for someone to make them feel like a man. But a truly attractive man, he's not seeking approval. He's already approved of himself. Psychologically, this creates what we call perceived value. It's the same effect luxury brands use. The less they advertise, the more people want them. You don't see billboards for private jet sand yet. Everyone wants to be on one. You're giving off that same kind of energy, scarce, high quality, untouchable, but desirable. Here's how you know this is happening. People act surprised when they find out you're single. Women joke, "How are you not married?" Friends assume you've got option 7 when you don't say anything. You get treated with quiet respect by men who don't even know you. Why? Because your body language, your eye contact, your stillness, it all signals something deeper. You're not trying to be attractive. You just are. And it's that effortless, natural strength that creates the mystery. That's what people are drawn to. So if others often assume you're taken or out of reach, it's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of how deeply attractive your presence has become. Sign 2. Strangers open up to you easily because you feel safe and magnetic. You're standing in line. You're not looking for conversation. But suddenly, someone starts talking to you. Not small talk. They're telling you about their life, their day, their problems. And you're thinking, why are they telling me all this? Here's the answer. You feel safe. And in today's world, that's one of the most attractive things a man can be. Highly attractive men don't just make women feel butterflies. They make people feel seen, calm, grounded. That kind of energy is rare, and people crave it. There's a myth that attractive men are all about flash-loud personalities, big energy, alpha aggression. But the truth, the real magnetic ones, they're still, they're calm. They listen more than they speak, and when they do speak, it lands. That's why strangers open up to you. Your energy doesn't feel chaotic or judgmental. It feels safe. And that kind of presence draws people in like gravity. But here's what most guys don't get. When a woman feels emotionally safe with a man, she naturally feels physically drawn to him too. Not because he flirted, not because he showed off, but because her nervous system trusts him. That's deep-level attraction. Not surface, not shallow. It's primal. It bypasses logic. Here's how you know this is happening. People tell you things, They never tell anyone. You find yourself in deep conversations without trying. Women open up to you quickly, even if they just met you. You're often the person others go to for advice, even if you never ask to be. That's not random. It's not coincidence. It's resonance. Because here's the truth. You're not just attractive. You're anchored. You carry yourself like someone who's been through storm sand, learned how to be calm in them. That calmness, it radiates. And when it touches someone else's chaos, they feel it, and they want more of it. This is why women linger longer in conversations with you. Why they look more deeply into your eyes. Why they ask you questions no one else gets asked. Because you're giving off something sacred, emotional safety wrapped in masculine presence. If people constantly find themselves telling you things they didn't plan to say, that's not weird, that's powerful. It means your energy is working, even when your words aren't. That's true attractiveness. And you don't have to say a word for it to be felt. Sign 3. Women get nervous around you and you think they're just being weird. You walk into a room and you notice her, the confident woman who usually owns every conversation, suddenly fidgeting. She touches her hair, adjusts her clothes, says something, then stumbles over her words. She looks at you, then quickly looks away, and you think, what's wrong with her today? Here's what's really going on. She's not off. You're turning her on, but not in the way you might think. Women don't get nervous around just anyone. They get nervous around men who make them feel something. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you're affecting her. Not by what you said. Not by what you did. But just by being you. Your presence has disrupted her usual confidence. And her nervousness? That's the body's way of responding to desire mixed with uncertainty. She doesn't know how to act around you because she doesn't want to mess it up. She wants to impress you, but not look like she's trying. She wants to talk to you, but is terrified she'll say something stupid. That mental tug of war? It's a classic sign that you're dealing with genuine, unspoken attraction. But here's what makes it even more powerful. You didn't do anything performative. You weren't flirting or playing games. You were just existing comfortable in your own energy, and that's what drives her wild. Women are intuitive. They read body language, energy, presence. When a man is fully grounded, when he's not chasing, not faking, not forcing, they notice. And sometimes, it throws them off balance in the best possible way. Here are the signs you've probably missed. Her voice gets slightly higher when she talks to you. She laughs a little too loud or too quickly at your jokes. She fidgets with her jewelry, sleeves, or hair more than usual. She looks at you, then pretends she wasn't. She seems to lose her train of thought mid-sentence. Most guys mistake this for social awkwardness, but it's not. It's her brain trying to process that you, the man she's been thinking about, fantasizing about, maybe even telling her friends about, are right in front of her, and she's not sure if she's ready for that moment. So, the next time you notice a woman acting off around you, don't brush it off. She's not uncomfortable. She's undone. By you. And that's a sign of attraction that goes deeper than words. Sign 4. People compete for your attention even when you're silent. You're not the loudest in the room. You don't try to steal the spotlight. And yet, all eyes seem to find you. In group settings, people angle their bodies toward you. They laugh louder when you laugh. They wait for your reaction before finishing their thought. You're not even trying to lead the room, but somehow, you do. Here's why. Real attractiveness doesn't announce itself. It magnetizes. When you're truly grounded in who you are, people feel it. And without knowing why they want your attention, psychologically, humans are wired to seek validation from those they respect. And when you carry yourself with quiet confidence, see no need to dominate or show off, you signal status without ego. That's rare. That's valuable. And everyone wants to be seen by the one person in the room who isn't trying to be seen. Women notice it first. You're not chasing, so your attention feels earned. And when they feel they've earned, you'll notice your glance, your laugh, your curiosity, it lights them up. This creates an emotional competition. Suddenly, small things happen. She makes a comment just loud enough for you to hear. She laughs at something you said, even if no one else did. She shifts her body subtly toward you, even if she's talking to someone else. She finds excuses to be in your line of sight, wearing something new, doing something different, hoping you'll notice. And the men around? They feel it too. Some might try to overshadow you. Others copy your mannerisms without realizing. They're responding to the quiet tension your presence creates. Because when someone walks into a space with calm self-respect and zero need for approval, that space shifts. The dynamic bends toward them. You're not trying to take energy from the room. You are the energy. And the more you stay centered, the more others orbit around you. Here's the key insight. The reason people compete for your attention is because you don't give it away easily. It's not withheld out of arrogance. It's sacred. It means something. So when someone gets a piece of your focus, they feel it deeply. That's what separates you from the rest. You don't need to speak the loudest. You don't need to prove anything. You simply exist, and your presence invites people to step up just for the chance to be seen by you. Sign 5. She stays in your orbit even when you haven't given her anything yet. She doesn't know everything about you. You haven't flirted. You haven't chased. You might not have even said much at all, but she's still around. Maybe she lingers a little longer in places you're at. Maybe she comments on your posts even though you barely know each other. Maybe she volunteers for the same group, the same class, the same event again and again. And you wonder, why is she always nearby? Here's why. Your energy pulled her in before your words ever did. Most men think they have to earn a woman's attention with effort jokes, compliments, showing off. But highly attractive men, they attract with stillness. You didn't chase her. You didn't perform for her. You just existed calm, focused, authentic. And that was enough to make her stay curious. What's powerful here is the imbalance. You've given her almost nothing yet she keeps orbiting. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a woman feels something she doesn't fully understand. And instead of walking away, she stays close, hoping to figure it out. This is the psychology of mystery. The human brain craves resolution. When someone feels drawn to you but can't explain why, they don't let go. They hold on. They stay near. They wait for something to click. And here's the key insight. She's not sticking around because you've proven you want her. She's sticking around because she wants you to prove she has a chance. That's emotional gravity. And very few men naturally give off that kind of pull. So how do you recognize this? She finds small reasons to check in or bump into you. She stays in group chats or friend circles even when she's quiet. She remembers details you didn't think she caught. She doesn't make bold moves but never fully disappears either. She's not unsure because she's not interested. She's unsure because you haven't revealed your cards yet, and that's exactly why she's drawn to you. Because you're not trying to convince her. You're just being, and it's working. Your silence isn't rejection, it's presence. And to her it feels like an invitation she hasn't been brave enough to accept yet. So if you notice someone hovering near your world, without ever really stepping inside, that's not passivity. That's hope wrapped in hesitation. And it means without you trying. You've become the man she can't stop thinking about.